Hey guys, this is School Fortnight Recap 16, weeks 1 and 2 of Term 4, 2015, Year 10. Week 1, Tuesday the 6th of October 2015. Math, we did quadratic equations, nothing like a good dose of math on the first day back. Geo, we were handed a title page and wrote 5 points while watching a video for our new topic. English, everyone was in their group finishing their essays and preparing their presentations. Religion, Miss was away, we had a sub, our whole class did a past exam paper from 2014 as we have one upcoming exam this week, Friday. Music, only Manu, Thomas and Helen were away. We did theory the whole lesson, listening and reviewing Aboriginal music and its components. Science, we watched a few YouTube clips and wrote notes about DNA, chromosomes and genomes, etc. Wednesday, the 7th of October 2015. Math. We went from page 29 to 33. It was algebraic formulae, which involved v equals u plus at, or the perimeter of a rectangle is 2 times length plus 2 times width, but I wrote it as 2 brackets length plus width close bracket because it's more easier. Majority of the time, Elias K was copying me just to kill time. Religion. Miss was back. We reviewed the practice exam from yesterday and went through questions we struggled. Geo. Got our first worksheet. We had to highlight benefits for Australia along the Trans-Pacific Partnership. The only time I stood out that lesson, the only time I stood out that lesson was when Callum threw his empty dare iced coffee to me and I alley-ooped it to the rubbish bin without Miss noticing and everyone's like cheering. And then Miss was like, "What is happening? Get back to work." And then it was English, last lesson before presentation day next Monday. Everyone worked on the presentations. Then I had Timber, we had prac, everyone was busy. I was setting my job up until Kalira needed help. So I helped her glue her jobs. She glued her table frames with her table legs and I clamped it. Then I left so Dominic could help her glue her table. I left I left so I could help Gibran the whole lesson. It was him gluing his table frames and rails with the help of me, Nathan and Dannoh. Yeah, with the help of me, Nathan and Dannoh. We just made it in time, just like 5 minutes before the bell rang. PD, we had theory. We got our new booklets and had to finish questions 1 to 16 for Get Out and Get Active. We also had our results back for the dance and career assignments. Thursday, the 8th of October 2015. I had double timber, so showed us a demo for people who are up to the tabletops. So demonstrated marking the tabletop from the end grain and the offset was 28mm for the circular saw to hold onto the metal bar that is clamped with the wood. Everyone went back to work after the demonstration. That whole double lesson, I helped Dannoh glue his table legs and rails together. It was hard time consuming, but we managed to finish in time. Geo, we read about Australia and globalization on pages 250 to 251 and had to do UTT questions on page 250. Sport, I had power walking. I went to Clemton Park and saw students doing school sport, touch footy. Friday, the 9th of October, 2015. Double science, we had a sub. The usual chaos. People doing work, others, well, not so much. Manu came in late for the first period. For period 3, we had to finish this RE exam that every Catholic high school has to do across the country. It's basically like NAPLAN, but for religious knowledge on the Catholic teachings. I missed out on English. Everyone went to period 4 class. Mine was music. All we did was prac. PD, we had theory, we had a sub. It was good. We worked in our booklets. Again, Manu came in late, but John N came the latest. He got away when Sir asked him what we were doing, and he said we're doing various of physical activity and doing the booklets. Math. It was a good lesson for the first half. Me and Elias K turned around to work with Viali and Ibrahim. As everyone in our class had to finish pages 29 to 33, then me and Elias turned back to our normal seats because of Ronnie. Then Miss went through the answers and then for the last 10 minutes we played Kahoot on mental maths and finally we packed up, waited for the bell and went home. Week 2 of Term 4, 2015, Year 10. Monday, the 12th of October 2015. Geo handed a new sheet. We read it with the class. 8 questions, which was on towards an Asian future. That was for homework. PD, we had prac. We joined with another class. It was separated into two. Sir had the boys and Miss had the girls. We played Gaelic football. Our class was outplayed. We just didn't play well. No excuses, like we didn't have the same numbers or good players, or it was just a bad day. Religion. We worked on our posters to finalize our previous topics. Most groups presented their Christian denominations in Australia. Math. It was so good. We did inequalities slash inequations, which is basically an equation that is unequal. English. Some groups presented. The first group was the best presentation. It covered all the criteria. It was organized, engaging, and informative. My group was next. It took us 7 minutes to prepare. Sir was unsatisfied. When we presented, it was basically reading our slideshow with text. I was the loudest when I spoke. It was a bit engaging because we captured people's attention or because I couldn't pronounce the words properly. Music. It was the best subject that day. We did a bit of theory, trying to play Hotline Bling on Note Flight, and Jim's in the background playing an Indian song. While I was playing the cajon and Mavericks on Dumb Back then, we did prac. We can perform any song except for swearing, of course. Tuesday, the 13th of October 2015. PD, we had theory. Everyone worked on a report on physical activity to choose from children, elders, disabled, or pregnant women. Music, we did theory for 5 minutes, then the rest of the lesson we did prac. Only Faisal, Helen, and Manu were away. Faisal was at school but had counselling. The practical lesson was good for us boys because we're all in the music rooms. Sir helped Maverick and Thomas as Maverick was on guitar while Jim was singing and I was drumming the cajon. Double Geo. I was tired for the first half. I was about to sleep, but I recovered. The whole lesson, we watched the video and filled the worksheets. It was about globalization and its ups and downs. English, we brainstormed about Shakespeare and Macbeth, as it's our new topic. Science, we were handed the marking criteria for the upcoming exam in week 6, which is like a pre-HSC exam. Wednesday, the 14th of October 2015. Religion. Miss was away, had a sub, had to complete 3 worksheets and make a title page for our new topic, Ancient and Indigenous Religion. PD, we had prac. We joined with another class. This time it's actually mixed up, boys and girls, so there were 4 teams in total. It was good and fun, no hard feelings. It was like a normal prac lesson that's not serious. Math. We did simultaneous equations. The example and first page was easy. The last page, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Until I realized you're supposed to put the equations into tables as I just done one graph and that was it. Science. We watched the video on DNA again, then had to summarize page 99. Timber. We had prac. I was just standing my job the whole time except for the last few minutes when I helped Elias K glue his job. Geo. We continued the presentation and wrote notes. Then for the rest of the lesson, we had to make a visual timeline of communication technology of the 20th century. Thursday, the 15th of October, 2015. Double music. We had prac. Helen was back. Thomas and Maverick recorded themselves using the music studios, and it's played through the college theatre, which was trippy. It was a good lesson. Manu turns up a few seconds before the recess bell rings. Timber, we had prac, of course. Everyone was doing the usual work. Most people were gluing, others were cutting the tabletop, and some of us were sanding our table frames. Sport, it was good. For power walking, we went to Belmore Park. Friday, the 16th of October 2015. Double English. We continued to write the rest of Macbeth's character. We wrote notes about the story and borrowed the Macbeth book and had to finish a vision board. Math. We continued on simultaneous equations. It was alright, I got most of it right, but sometimes I get confused. Geo, we had to work on UTC questions or understanding the text questions, page 248 and 249. Science, we made notes on DNA, page 96, like mitosis and meiosis. Both very different. Religion, worked on chapter 7.7 and 7.8.